We are at Electric Era. They've got something new. That must mean today's October 15th. After 8 a.m. Pacific, when the embargo has lifted, what have we got? It's a brand new charger. So that means I'm here with two of my favorite former SpaceX buddies. I got Quincy Lee and I've got Sith Dharmasiri. Did I say it right?
Yeah, you got it.
Oh, okay, good. He didn't know that I knew his name. He's pretty impressed. So the question everyone wants to know, AI, why? What's it all about? I'll come over to this side. You guys can fill in over here. What do we got going on here? What is this and why?
So high level, what you're looking at is our new EV fast charger dispenser. You're getting an early look. This is called Retail Edge. The design is aimed at being sleek, sexy, minimalistic, and futuristic.
It is beautiful.
The goal, being something like an iPhone. It should kind of bring forward the EV charging industry into its next generation of technology. That's the goal from a aesthetics perspective. But very importantly, it also comes equipped with Halo AI, which is our AI assistant for our EV charging stations that provides drivers help as they charge their car, as they dwell and explore the surrounding areas while they're waiting for the charge to complete, or as they go inside the store for any sort of retail activity that they want.
Okay, so I'm going to slow it down there so you guys know that is an actual background noise. That is not us bleeping out the horrible things that he is saying, though it could be both. I mean, we'll find out. So don't get too upset at home. The real question is, so we're going to talk about the charger, we're going to talk about the cabinet, we're going to talk about the AI, but the big question is AI, why? Who asked for this?
Henry Ford once said, if I asked drivers what they wanted, they would have said a faster horse. And I think when you're building products, you have to think a little bit down the road about where things are headed. AI is very simply a way to add more utility to a person's life. I mean, we basically use it on a computer with Grok or ChatGPT to answer questions faster. The same is true for AI on hardware devices. There's going to be AI in every single hardware device in the majority of, our day-to-day lives. And those AI assistants will help make the activities that you're performing at that point in time more streamlined. Imagine going into a hotel room and AI welcoming you and saying, what temperature would you like it at? Would you like the lights on? Do you want me to raise the blinds and let the light in? AI will be literally everywhere. It's already in our cars, it's on our phones, and it's going to be on Electric Era charging stations as well.
Okay, but because it's AI, what I'd really ask it is, what does the mini bar cost? How much is the Nestle Crunch or whatever? Because that's not always listed. How do I get the TV to work properly? That's a question that this is not with televisions, but with cars designed to answer.
This is a super important point that you just brought up, which is everybody's going to have their own different answers or questions, right? I made up my own questions to ask it. You made up your own. There's a super long tail after that of other possible categories of questions. And the beauty of AI is you can train it with all that data and have it answer any sort of possible permutation of question that pops up. How does the TV work? Or, hey, how does the charging station work? Why is my charging session going slow? How do I get a receipt? Do you pay with Amex, Visa, MasterCard? Do you have plug-in charge? How much is the session going to cost? What's the total cost? What's the kilowatt hour cost? Everything in between, right? That's like one just category of possible questions that this device, Halo, can answer for you because it has context of where it is. Is a really important part, right?
So this knows where it is,
correct,
but it also knows what I just plugged into it.
Correct. Right.
And
it knows exactly how much your car is charging, what power level.
Okay.
It even knows low-level telemetry, like what voltage level your car is at, what amperage you're fully.
So I don't feel like pulling the phone out of my pocket. I ask Halo what my state of charge is at the moment.
That's right.
Yeah, you can ask that.
Let's
Yeah.
go here.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
So we'll go ahead and simulate a charging session, and then we'll bring up Halo, and we can go ahead and talk to it. So typically, you'll go and plug in your car, and then you'll start to see, vehicle connected, right? Then you can tap your payment to start your charging session, and then it'll just go ahead and start charging. And then all you have to do is tap this.
So before we do the demo, I'm going to cut you off real quick because I have questions about the design, the functionality, all that. This looks lean and fragile.
As designed, right? We really actually wanted it to make something that almost looked like the monolith from that famous movie,
2001,
A Space Odyssey. But obviously with a kind of a futuristic and sexy, compelling nature to it. So if you look at the side, it actually cantilevers out slightly at an off-axis angle. The back isn't on right now, but this
And this is just in a testing configuration.
right. This is this kind of.
It would obviously be bolted down for one thing.
Of course, yes. This is, all temporary, but the device itself, as you alluded to, is designed to be kind of slender looking.
Yeah.
Have the right ratio of height to width because it provides just a better visual aesthetic. Very importantly, of course, it has a dynamic, immersive, high pixel count screen that's touchable. You can touch anything on your, you can end the session, you can, email yourself the receipt and go back to the home screen, anything in between. We designed the school, the operating system to be simple for the user to navigate and also to portray the right information that is relevant to the charging session, but also, very importantly, to give the user easy access to Halo.
Now let's talk about the cabinet again. Have you backed something heavy into it?
I don't see any visitor damage to the cabinet.
Who knows why?
Oh, not you, Halo. Our
Site level bowlers are an important part of any charging station design. One of the really cool things about our company is we build not just the chargers and the battery systems, which I think we talked to you about in previous videos, but the whole charging station design itself. So there's wheel well stops that prevent the cars from dropping into it. And of course, there are bollards on site that prevent the drivers from running into it. So we've never backed anything into it yet, and we obviously don't plan to. And if a car were to run into it, there would be a bollard that would stop it prior to actually hitting the device.
okay. So I'm just wondering how many, pounds of force it is expected to handle. What about somebody physically running into it like a tackle style to be a smart guy?
So
I'm looking at this steel here.
this is wind, so this is not call rated, but absolutely wind rated. And for like hurricane level winds, that's actually a design requirement we have to design to, so that if we install in Hurricane Alley, the device isn't going to just get literally ripped out. So the anchor bolts are super strong. The actual device has a high moment of inertia so that it can resist a lot of bending load and shear load. If somebody were to run into it, imagine a football player tackling it.
Right.
They wouldn't be able to say you sober. Go away.
Okay.
Challenge accepted.
Did you need to?
I think we're ready for a demo now.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, all right. So we got some of the basics out of the way. I'm ready for the demo. Hey, Halo, is there a park around here where I can stretch my stubby little legs?
I currently don't have location info about nearby parks. You might check a map on your phone for the closest park.
There are no parks around here.
We're charging at 174.9 kilowatts right now. You've got 0.77 kilowatt hours delivered so far, and the total cost is 31 cents.
Is there a best time for me to stop charging because of the charging curve?
Typically, charging slows down after 80% SOC. Many drivers stop around that point for the best speed and efficiency.
And what does SOC mean?
SOC means state of charge, your battery's current percentage. Right now, it's at 16.2%.
Und ich habe Hunger. Was ist gut?
Im Ampside Market gibt es viele Snacks und Getränke direkt neben der Ladestation.
Schau dich dort einfach da findest du bestimmt etwas Leckeres.
Hablas español?
Sí, puedo hablar en español. Ahora mismo tu vehículo está cargando a 202,7 kilovatios, con un 17.3% de batería.
Tengo una pregunta. Dime más Amside Fresh, por favor.
Claro, Amside Fresh es un programa de lealtad que te da 5 centavos de descuento por kilovatio hora, una bebida gratis por semana, carga gratis en tu cumpleaños, entrega gratis y $5 de descuento en compras mayores.
Okay. Now tell me in English. We want to speak English.
Sure. Right now, you're charging at 224.6 kilowatts, with 19.2% state of charge. You've got 4.22 kilowatt hours delivered, and the total cost so far is $1.69.
I have a question for you. My sister's coming here tomorrow, and she doesn't have a credit card. How can she pay?
She can use any contactless payment, like Apple Pay, Google Pay, or a debit card. No credit card is required.
I don't want to download an app though. Do I have to do that?
No app is needed at all. You're all set just using your contactless payment.
Okay, that's good to know. Where is my charge at? How much longer is this going to take? I'm kind of bored and I want to get out of here and get back to watching future Aussie videos.
Right now, you're at 22.1% state of charge. The charging speed may slow down after 80%, so you could reach that in about 15 to 20 minutes.
Hey, are there any movies playing this weekend?
I don't have info on movies, but your charging session is at 22.8%.
All right, I'll keep it professional. So that was a lot better than I expected. because
And it's going to be getting better and better.
because I didn't want to cheat and give it too obvious of a clue that the language suddenly switched. But if I'm with someone and they don't understand me or what's going on, they can just ask.
Yeah.
And the languages are most.
Oh yeah, I mean we've tested Vietnamese, Mandarin, German. That was the first German attempt. French,
Attempt is the right word.
Spanish, and Albanian.
Yeah.
So we've got a whole roster of languages that we've successfully tested.
Okay.
I think it's important to note too, like, I think the big challenges ahead of us are just basically keeping up with the integration points that we have. Like, we're gonna leverage existing AI models as much as we can, and as they get better, we get better. Sid was just talking about that. Like, every single chance that we get, we're gonna push new code to make the experience better for the driver. So they're gonna be delighted and excited and have a fresh new conversation with Halo every time they come to an electric era charging station.
Sure. And one of the things, I'll put a link to it, is we made a video before where we did troubleshooting on a hypothetical car that was already plugged in and not charging for some reason, because maybe I plugged it in wrong, maybe. And then you asked about charging speeds and it said, what year is it? And gave you instructions on how to find the answer. So we'll put a link to that, obviously. What am I forgetting to ask here?
I mean, it is also quite capable of helping you understand, like, the retailer that you are at, right? Like, you showed up, you wanna know, like, for example, here at this fictional retailer called Ampside, there's a program called Ampside Frac. It's like you can actually like understand information about this, and it will actually help guide you on decision making about that, right? So like, if you were like,
So if this is in front of a boutique market,
Yeah.
they could have a promotional thing that gives either 5%, 5 cents a kilowatt off, or something to tell you to come on inside, whatever it may be, and that would allow you to,
like partake in those benefits, like actually
Right,
engage
the-
with the retailer that you're at.
the retail club card kind of thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And help save you money, like
Mhm.
which is going to be common in a lot of retail locations. So it's really there to kind of like help the driver through their entire journey. Like right there, as they like plug in, if they're like struggling, if it's the first time they're renting a car, they really want to get through that process. And then after they plug in, like, making sure that they can shop, they can get the best, like they can have the best time while they're there on charge.
And I think you tried to ask the question, which I love, which is like, hey, I want to go stretch my legs while I walk or while I charge my car. Like I walk my dog all the time, right? And eventually, as we load more and more information into it, it becomes more and more aware. It will actually be able to say, hey, there's a popular park. Many drivers go to it. It's right over there.
Where we're at, you can probably hear the choo-choos. This is not a park neighborhood. I don't think I would walk to any park from here.
This is a scary industrial area. Yeah, so don't walk on the train tracks. Don't walk in the neighborhood.
You know what? I actually have never been here in the dark now that you mention it.
Yeah.
I've been to the restaurant supply place nearby. Not scary. At any hour that they're open. Okay, so how many of these, today is October 15th.
Yeah.
Are any of these out in the wild yet?
Not yet. But we're definitely planning to get them out there pretty soon. We're planning to go launch with them at late Q2 of 2026. And they're gonna,
Are these going to go into the existing locations or new locations?
It is likely that we're going to have some of our customers actually go and deploy them in some of our existing locations, but they're definitely also going to be showing up at lots of new locations.
And as of recording this, which is not October 15th, how many locations are you at now?
I think we have 20 live stations right now.
Yeah, we're activating 2 more in the coming weeks.
Yep.
And then we have another 25 in development.
We crossed 100 active ports just a couple weeks ago.
Wow.
We're getting there.
We're on path to distribute 1/4 gigawatt hour per month every month by the end of the year.
Wow.
So scaling up fast.
And for those who don't know, the port, I assume, is the electricity hose.
That's right. The old electricity hose right here. No.
And this is not liquid cooled. This is
This one is liquid cooled.
this one is liquid cooled. Wow.
It'll be able to do 500 amps continuous Don't and possibly even more than that. Yeah, this is a 400 kilowatt charger.
Wow. 400.
This was a super hard electromechanical thermal design problem. We'll do a teardown with you at some point, but there's just so much happening inside the unit to actually get it to fit into that minimalistic profile. Everything from the charger controller that runs the ISO 1511 spec to thermal management, all the chiller system that actually rejects heat, the contactors, the big wires that come up from the pillar and the base. Like there's a lot going on in there that's pretty challenging. Yeah.
Chicago freeze proof.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's one of the major considerations is making sure it performs really well at low temperature. Things get viscous when they get cold.
Yeah.
We have to handle that really well.
And when there's lots of snow pile up, that's actually like a classic failure mode that's plagued charging stations where you have heat egress at the base, but you can't actually reject the heat because it's covered with snow.
Right.
So like figuring those types of problems out and making the whole thing work functionally across all these different regimes is really challenging. And then scaling up, manufacturing these at low costs at thousands of units a year. That's the next big challenge for us.
Right.
What are customers getting for their handles these days? Are we still doing, because I mean, obviously you can do whatever, NACS I see on this one. You can do CCS if that's what people want.
Yes.
What are people actually ordering?
Predominantly NACS these days. And I think we will largely be like mostly NACS as we get into 2026 and 2027. But this charger will also support CCS.
So no Chatamo? Ah,
Adamo, I'm sorry. I am so sorry, Leaf drivers out
They
there.
will-
But
so I can't do another road trip in my 2018.
But the new Leaf is coming out and it looks really slick. So if
And
you
it's
own-
got NACS, right?
Yeah, and it's got NACS. I think NACS or CCS, one or the other. But it's it looks really slick.
Yeah.
So please upgrade.
I hope they went straight to NACS because that would be so Nissan.
Uh-huh.
And just as a tactical note, we'll be launching with a 400 kilowatt power port.
So who's using 400 now? Porsche can take it. Hummer? Can Hummer?
Porsches and Hummers can both hit like I think roughly in the 350 kilowatt.
Lucid?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lucid's up there now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a few in the US.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So guys, it's October 15th. Happy middle of the month. You know, Halloween is almost upon us. What do we miss? What do we misunderstand? Thank you for coming back after, a couple weeks ago when we had our other interviews with these two crazy men, which is how I'm explaining to them that I'm not leaving yet. We got more shooting to do. Leave it all in the comments below. Everybody else, like, subscribe, you know what you're doing. Stay tuned, stay juicy, and I can't wait to hear from you clever robots when you speak a whole new language to a electric era charger.